5. And for this to be meaningful, we want all our first years incoming, new first years to stand. Let's give meaning. Let's see our VIPs. All right? Yeah. Remain standing because we need to look at you in this our 75th year, Dean. Our legacy, the Faculty of Humanities and Education. You're part of a shining legacy. So give them a welcome again. Good, you may be seated. I am Nova Gordon-Bell, your Deputy Dean for Undergraduate Matters. And it's so good to see the faces. We have been seeing names in the system, names, and it's so good to see you here, and we look forward to having you with us at the start of your exciting university career. Good to see you all. Now I invite to the stage a lady who is a passionate advocate for students, education reform, and social justice. Your dean and mine, Dr. Dion Edwards-Kerr.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Fabulous. That was really for me. That was really for me to wake up. I'm still straddling many things. So I want to welcome you this morning to this orientation, but more importantly, to the Faculty of Humanities and Education. And we are indeed honored that you decided, if you're here as a first-time student, to join us. This community of scholars and creatives, linguists and historians and philosophers and educators. I'm an educator, that's at least in part, and I think that it's always an important thing to be able to identify yourself in terms of who you are. This time in your life marks a very significant part of your journey to become. I'm very big about being and becoming, and this faculty is about helping you to be and to become. Becoming is important. That's why you're here. That's why you chose to be here. And as you meet your departments today, one of the things I want you to see and to experience is that we are here to support you. And in fact, as part of this introduction, we have 2 deputy deans who will provide academic and student support, those welfare support. Dr. Nova Gordon-Bell, who was just here, please note her right there. Is Dr. Rosemary Heath in the room right there? So, in other words, we're not leaving you without a backative. Your backative is now us. And we have been charged with the responsibility for your academic and student success. We expect you to be successful. It's an expectation, right? We are very much interested in who you will become. We are interested in your here, but we're also interested in your beyond. Your challenges are our challenges, and do not hesitate to seek out assistance. Get in touch with any one of us, and in a little bit we'll introduce all the heads of department. Get in touch so that we can find the best way to help you along this journey. Don't be shy, don't be afraid to ask for help. Just ask for help. Say what it is, and some way, somehow we'll try to figure out how to assist you. Now, university is the place where many of us came to find ourselves. So some of you, I can see it on your face, but me not last, miss. All right, true. As you go along, you'll know. But what I know for sure is that during your time here, you will experience significant growth and development. That I know for sure, that you will change. You will experience change, not just as a person, but as a part of the community in which you live. You will experience significant change. It is both a challenging and an exciting time. Take advantage of all the resources that are available. Everything that is here. One of the things I learned along the way as a student, I'm what you call, I seek out opportunities, always. It doesn't matter where it is or who have it. Once it's something I needed, I was going to find it. And I'm going to encourage you to do the same. Ask questions. If you're having financial difficulties, ask questions. If you're having difficulties in a class, ask a question. Find the opportunities that will help you to get what you need to get. So there are 5 skills. It won't be long. I'm usually very long, and I'm used to teaching for 3 hours. So you can imagine, right? So there are 5 skills I'm going to encourage you to develop. One is curiosity. And why curiosity? Or what I call further curiosity, because you're already here, because you're curious. So further curiosity. Read, read, and read again. You can't do this without reading. Read, read, and read again. I'm telling you honest truth. I've been through this. I came here in the last century as a student. I won't tell you which part of the century, but I came here. I was sitting in one of these chairs just like you in the last century. And it is reading that took me through. And any one of these scholars you see here, anybody who is a lecturer in the department or an instructor or a tutor, it's reading that has helped us, that curiosity. Keep up to date with new developments in your field, with how society is changing and what is making things work. That will help you when you start to write those essays. Stay abreast, not just with are the answers to what makes societies evolve. And you're going to need to understand that to make good decisions about your own evolution here. Now, I want to thank you very much, and I'm going to wish you an excellent and successful academic year. And as I said, reach out as much as you can to any one of us. I'm going to ask the HODs to stand. Please, thank you. Professor Carmel Roof. Look carefully, don't sit. Make sure you take a snapshot, right? So the people in the School of Education know this lady. But guess what? I know her. So even if you're not in the School of Education and you have a question, ask her. Dr. Patrick Pendergrass, right there. You can ask him anything too. He's the head of CARIMAC. And of course, come forward. Dr. Milson White. She's the head of language, linguistics, and philosophy. And believe it or not, a critical unit in the faculty. We have before us, and you notice he's wearing his shirt. What is the shirt saying? DLIS. He is the head of the Department of Library and Information Studies. And we have our modern language specialist, Dr. Villaria. And ask her anything as well. The point I'm making, ladies and gentlemen, is that I am here, Dr. Julian Cresser. Are you hiding up there, boss? So he is the head of history and archaeology. So what I'm saying to you guys, pay attention and know these persons. I also want you to meet the persons who work in the faculty office. I see Mr. Latibadier up there at the top, blue shirt. Who else is in here? I am not seeing Mrs. Hales Johnson. We'll introduce you later on. It's important you know the people who are here to serve you. And we do look forward to a blooming relationship with you. and ways in which we can help you to be successful. Good morning.
Dean, you've been introducing people. We need to meet some people. Good morning. Could you just tell us your name and the program you're coming here to pursue?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Cheyenne Green, and I am coming from the St. Catherine High School. The program of study is science education.
Oh, an educator. No, don't sit down yet. Tell us why science education. We need science educators, so tell us.
All right, so basically the option was between law and science. So for me, science was basically a teacher because I love a teacher so much. And he would have passed. I don't know, I just admire him. And I feel like I would be a great science teacher.
Before you sit, give us that name again. We may hear that name in the future. Let's hear that name.
Cheyenne Green.
You heard it here. Sir Alex Prendergast or Guild Rep. Come on down. I don't know what you're doing. There you go. Welcome. Go and address your constituents.
So good morning, everybody. My name is Garfield Prendergast. I'm the Faculty of Humanities and Education Guild representative, and I am a second-year geography student studying a Bachelor's of Arts. And it's truly a pleasure to stand here before you to welcome the new owls and owlets in the Faculty of Humanities and Education. First of all, congratulations on, being one of the dynamic, historic, and influential faculties on campus. Feel proud you have earned the right to be here. And today marks the beginning of an incredible journey for you. Our faculty is special. We are home of creators, thinkers, advocates, and we're not just here to study history or literature or language or communication. We're here to shape the conversations, transform societies, and change norms, right? We are the voices that change norms, and the teachers who inspire generations, the writers who preserve our culture, and creators who bridge the past and the future. Every lecture you attend, every paper you write, every discussion you take part of, you will be shaping history. Only your academic ability, but also your role as a citizen in the Caribbean and the wider world. Being a part of the Faculty of Humanities and Education is just more than about books and exams. It's about discovering your voice. Discovering your voice. Creating your creativity and participate in yourself to lead and to serve. University life will test you, right? You'll have sleepless nights, deep reflections, and moments where you question your ability. But remind yourself, you belong here. Every challenge you face, every growth you face, and every setback is simply to sharpen your life towards greatness. Now, as you begin your journey, I want to remind you that we are here and you are not alone. The Faculty of Humanities and Education Guild Committee is here with you every step of the way. We believe in community and in collaboration and in advocacy. You will find peers, lecturers, and students who are here ready to support you, right? As your faculty representative, it is my responsibility and my commitment to ensure that the academic and student-specific needs of the OLETs are met. I serve as your advocate, your link between the faculty administration and the student body. And your voice is going to be heard. My goal is to make sure that every single one of you not only survives university, but thrives academically, socially, and personally. I want you to feel that your concerns matter and that your ideas are heard and that your dreams are supported. So I challenge you, take full advantage of this journey, step out of your comfort zone, join a society, or volunteer in a project, attend a workshop, or join a subcommittee on the Faculty of Humanities and Education Guild Committee. Build networks that will last beyond the years, and importantly, take care of yourself, your mental health, your well-being, your sense of purpose, because that will carry you further than any grade. OLETS, the Faculty of Humanities and Education, is not just a place where you will earn a degree. It is a place where you find your voice, define your values, and shape your future. Welcome to the nest. Welcome to the Faculty of Humanities and Education.
Thank you, Garfield. We have two young men just entering. Hi. You can trot back down just for a minute. Your first years? Wow. I know you're just coming in and I know you're tired and a little anxious, but we're friends here. Introduce yourself to the gathering. You're all the first years and your new faculty family.
My name is Marcelo James.
To know about you as members of the FHE family.
I plan to do digital media, and I'm from Calabar.
Digital media.
I plan to do geography, and I'm from Calabar as well.
So tell me, it was a plan? Both of you decided that you're coming to digital media and journalism? Geography. Geography. Come on. Geography. If ever we needed people in geography, it's now. It's hot out there, very hot. So thank you very much. Names again, because we want to remember these names. You hear what the dean said? Future prime ministers, future leaders. Let's get the name.
Marcelo James.
Justin Hamilton.
You've heard it here, folks. Nice to meet you. Bursary is the representative from the bursary here, important unit. Not here yet. Move on. Health and wellness. Not here yet. No? Are you health and wellness? We need you here. You all feel the heat outside. Health and wellness.
Good morning, everyone. Standing on the existing protocols, again, I want to use this opportunity and medium to congratulate each and every one of you again. Just to say this quickly, my name, by way of introduction, Dr. Chukwemeka Victor Chiena, a licensed counseling psychologist with the University Health Center. And there's something I want to share with every one of us under the sound of my voice this morning, and it has to do with a specific conversation that is so dear to the deputy principal of this noble institution. And I'm going to say it the way he always put it across to us. For him, everything about this institution is everything that has to do with ecosystem. In other words, it takes a village to do what? I want to communicate, I want to engage you. It takes a village to do what? It takes a village, and that is key in all that is done in this place. And as you have seen firsthand, from the dean to the deputy dean to the head of departments or the other faculty members, and now the University Health Center. So that encapsulates, tells you what we do here in this noble institution. We don't work in isolation. We work as a team. Is that true? I want to make sure we work as a team. That's why it takes a village to do what? To raise the child. Again, I also want you all to understand that the institution where you found yourself is not just a PM kind of institution. Permit me to use that language here. It's not that PM kind of institution. The institution is number one in the entire Caribbean. Don't forget. And within the global space, it's rated number 5. So that tells you where you are. You are in a space where you have all the opportunities available for you to become, again, like the Dean said here, and also reiterated by the deputy dean, that sitting among us here today is the next Prime Minister of Jamaica. And the list continues. I have to move around because I want to see what is there so that I can engage you properly as well. All right, so what makes your experience unique? One is that you are hereby exposed to international standards as well as cutting-edge research. In addition to that, you have all the availability to gain access to top-tier faculty as well as global networking. In addition to that, you've been invited to a prestigious program as well as a space where you have everything that you need in order to be very competitive, even in your areas of studies. From the Caribbean to the world, your potential, again, let me restate, knows no bound. You want to say that with me? Let's go together. My potential knows no bound. Yes, it's true that you are among the top institution in the global space. And with that comes series of challenges. And these challenges, again, they are not without recommendations. Transitioning from your previous space to this global space comes again with some levels of academic pressures where you are now going to adapting from probably some of us here. Your dad, your mom wakes you up in the morning to say to you, it's time for you to get up, to get ready for school. But in this space, you are all on your own. Let me remind you, you're all on your own. So making that adjustment is going to create a level of anxiety, and if not monitored, might even expose you to depression. I'm just saying. Note. Again, the aspect of social adjustment. Some of you, your friends, those that you have been, moving along all the way from your high schools, you may have parted ways. Some have gone to different institutions, and here you are. So it creates that opportunity again for you to do what? Will I be able to trust them the way I trusted my friends? And the list continues. Not to talk about the financial stressors. It's true that you are not the one footing your bills or going to pay the tuition. But still, that anxiety will always erupt. Especially when you check your account record and you realize that daddy or mommy is not up to date with those payments. You know what it's going to do to you? It's going to create that sleepless night, those ruminating thoughts. What is going on? And the list continues. Again, the life changes, leaving home, managing freedom, responsibilities, and the list continues. Yeah, there are some of you who probably you'll be commuting from home. From home, remember, you need to wake up early in the morning, catch the bus, get to school, and lecture begins. Please correct me make sure you correct me, Deputy Dean. Your lecture sometimes might even begin at 8 o'clock. And you're here trying to, get to school on time in order for you not to miss your first lecture. So all of those adjustments, your emotional as well as mental stress, balancing studies, the heavy workload is not the same with what you experienced or had experienced in your previous spaces. Here, the institution operates within a semestral protocol. Just suppose where you have a full year. You do math, you do English, but here you may be navigating maybe 3 different courses or even 5 different courses. And the list continues. So all of those things are the things you need to begin to think about how you need to begin to make those adjustments. Like I said, in your ability to go about navigating or making those adjustments is going to erupt some level of anxiety. But never mind. It was mentioned here, and I'm going to reiterate, that you are not what? Alone. The faculty is ready for you, well prepared to not only provide you with the necessary support. The University Health Center, we are equally equipped as well to collaborate with the faculty in order to make your journey much more easier. And within the University Health Center, again, the ecosystem. It's not just the counseling department or unit that exists within that space. We have other units. So we provide for you a comprehensive care where there is an on-campus counseling, peer support, as well as access to licensed mental health professionals, trained, well-trained, to help you navigate all of those psychosocial, all of those psychological disturbances that you may interface as you go about your journey. There is also early intervention. The dean said something that struck a chord for me. Do not wait when everything is caving in for you to ask for help. As soon as you recognize that something is not gelling together, don't hesitate. That is why we are here for you. And I also want you to know, yes, the stigma about seeking mental health support. We all know the stigma. But I want to reassure each and every one of us under the sound of my voice. For us at the University Health Center, when you interface with us, number one, don't forget, your privacy is paramount to all that we do. We uphold the whole ideology of confidentiality. Maybe if I go there and I share my live experiences, those messy part of me, maybe it's going to be aired on TVJ, CVM. No, nothing like that. Because if that happens, legally we will be persecuted. So I just want you to know this, that within that space, it's a safe space for you, where you will be treated, handled with care. In fact, let me just share two jargon quickly that governs what we do. One has to do with beneficence, working for your best interests. And the second aspect of that jargon is non-maleficence, ensuring that in no way we create or cause any form of harm to you. Those two principles guides what we do at the University Health Center. Everything we do there is for your best what? For your best what? Absolutely. And don't forget, at the University Health Center, our mission is to ensure that you succeed. The dean alluded to it. The deputy dean also alluded to that. Again, I am reiterating that everything that we do is to ensure that you succeed at the end of the day. Why it matters to you. Why? Because we want you to thrive academically. Not just academically, but in order for that to happen for you, both mentally, both emotionally, both psychologically, both socially, and also spiritually, you need to be stable. And that's what we are geared for at the center. We also want you to feel connected. Don't think that this journey you can do it all alone. We want you to feel connected where we build supportive relationship as well in order to do or reduce the feelings of isolation. In addition to empower your future. Remember, seated among us is the next Prime Minister. Let me move quickly to this other point. So how then can we support your journey again? Through providing you with adequate resources, tools that will help you navigate this terrain by, stress management, coping skills, tools, and so on. Again, like I said, confidentiality in terms of counseling therapy as well to enable you go through those terrain of adjustment and so on and so forth. In addition to that, also to help you do what? We've also looked at the wellness program. We have a holistic wellness program. And this holistic wellness program includes individual sessions, group sessions, crisis intervention sessions, as well as we have also integrated what we call drum circle, which again, I'll be sharing that with the faculty, with the dean of, the head of the dean as well. So, because we realize that there is something about the drum. Your sound, my sound, as we put them together, it creates a unified force that will cause you to do what? To move. Movement is powerful. All right? So, we want you to do what? Embrace your challenges with what? Confidence. Take advantage of all of the resources that are available for you that will support you all through your journey. Remember, elite institutions create what? Elite opportunities. And support makes what? Makes success what? Sustainable. You are not just enrolled, you are empowered. Welcome, not just to the faculty, not just to the institution, but also welcome to the University Health Center. And it is a world-class future. Just a little pictorial, so that in case you're trying to find, where is this University Health Center? Where is it located? Yes, that's just the image there for you. All right? So this is the roadmap. Yes. Either you're coming from the Irving Gate or through the post office. Either way, you will locate us. We are not hidden. We are here for you. And again, meet the film. The head of unit, Dr. Richards. Dr. Chambers is one of us. She's now with FST, Faculty of Science and Technology, so she's embedded. That's Dr. Stuart Dixon, who is stationed at the Western Campus. That's yours truly. Mrs. Fuller, also one of the counseling team. Dr. Brown, Mrs. Bernavis Elliott, and Miss Yannick Pedler. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. The theme today, Explore, Engage, Achieve. Our bursary rep is here to speak to us about money matters. And while they set up, we will engage, explore, engage, achieve, Need to engage. You want me to keep walking, right? You're lucky I'm going to the persons in red here because I see this red. Good morning. You're going to just pass the mic. You're going to give us your names and the programs that you will be enrolled in.
My name is Joanna, and I am doing animation.
Joanna, give us your last name, come on. We want to know the names, greatness is in the room, so we need to know. I want to say you are.
My name is Joanna Walters, and I'll be doing animation.
Let me go up here for this. Joanna Walters. What was that? Project, Joanna.
My name is Joanna Walters, and I'll be doing animation.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Ashley Douglas, and I attended the Yorkers High School. And I will be doing IMC.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Shakira Grant. I went to the St. Mary High School. And I will be studying linguistics and language education.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Malana Smith, and I'll be doing journalism.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jordan Hibbert, and I recently graduated from Campion College, and I'm studying digital media. Yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Hannah Moxham, and I'm coming from the Hampton School for Girls, and I'm studying a Bachelor of Arts in Computer Science.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Eva Perry. Good morning, everyone. My name is Eva Perry, and I'm coming from the Froome Technical High School, and I'm studying liberal studies. Good morning, everybody. My name is Eva Perry, and I'm coming from the Froome Technical High School, and I'm studying liberal studies.
Alright, good morning, everyone. I'm Malik Redway. I also attended the Yorkers High School, and I'm studying integrated marketing communications.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Zoe Johnson. I'm in my third year of IMC.
Third years, we'll make use of them. Okay, so we're ready for the bursary. Okay. Come on, acknowledge, make the lady welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. All right, again. Good morning, everyone. Awesome. I don't want to be terrified, because we're coming from the bursary, not because we're talking about money, all right? At the bursary, we have friendly people, and we're here to offer the counseling that you may need on financial matters, all right? So don't be terrified, okay? So as mentioned before, my name is Kimberly Henry. Today, I'm proudly representing the bursary department, specifically the sections that you will be engaging with the most, and that is Student Administrative Services section, more commonly known as SAS, as well as the Billings and Receivables section, all right? So at no point I'll be able to cover all the things that we do. So I want you guys to follow us on Instagram. That way you can be in the know for all the insights, all the updates. We try to keep you updated because as much as we spam you as students, we send all the information to your emails. You all don't read it, right? I know. So we're trying to reach you where you are. So follow us on Instagram so you can definitely be informed at all times. All right. So what are we about? And what is the bursary about? What is SAS about? What is the Billings team about? So we are primarily here to ensure that you are billed and also to ensure that you are billed correctly. So we don't want it to be a case that, you're seeing a particular charge on your account, same is disputed, you don't know who you should be going to, who should be following up and all of that. So if you have any questions regarding the billing that is applied to your account, if you are by any chance benefiting from any scholarships or financial assistance, we are definitely the section that you would need to come to so we can get the information from you. Most of the donors, we will definitely partner with them, speak with them, find out what is happening with the funds so we can ensure that same is applied to your account in a timely manner. We get that? So who is getting scholarships? Who is getting SLB? Anybody in here? Scholarships, SLB, no? Okay, so if you need to get updates to find out what is happening with the payments, you reach out to SAS so same can be applied, or we can at least find out what is happening for you. So by now, I'm assuming that everybody in this room would have already paid their commitment fee. No. All right. But if you have not yet done so, no worries. You can just go ahead and pay the miscellaneous fees, and I'll get to that in a bit. If you've already paid the $35,000 commitment fee, what will happen is that we'll simply, put that towards the miscellaneous fee. It's not enough to cover the miscellaneous fee because the charge for the miscellaneous fee is actually more. So you will be required to pay the difference so that you can fulfill that particular obligation. So if you've not yet paid, just simply proceed to pay the full miscellaneous fees. If you've already paid the commitment fee, then that will go towards the miscellaneous fee. You pay the difference. So with you all being here, I'm assuming, and this is an informed assumption, right, that you are all going to be here, so there's no need to say that it is non-refundable, correct? No? Right. So nobody not going to change their mind right now. But if you so desire to change your mind for whatever reason, please note that the commitment fee, it is non-refundable, it is non-transferable, but we will use it to offset any charges that may be imposed. Okay? So at any given time, there are 3 standard charges that can be applied to your account by the Mona campus. The first one being tuition, and of course that is generated by the registration. Now the value for the tuition that is applied to your account is actually determined by a certain amount of criteria. Of course, the program of study is taken into consideration. Your status as well is taken into consideration. So are you a full-time or a part-time student? All right? Your nationality as well is taken into consideration. And also, are you a sponsored student? So there are some programs that are subsidized by the government. There are some programs that are fully financed by the student. And how you know these, I'll show you a little cheat code, but let's get through it, all right? The other thing that is compulsory is the miscellaneous fees. So once you're registered for the academic year, it is only charged one time. So when you are registered now and you see the charge for the miscellaneous fees, you will not see another charge for miscellaneous fees in semester 2. Payment of the miscellaneous fee is definitely important because it enables certain accesses, certain services that you can get as a student on campus. So the very first and most important one, in my opinion, would be for health insurance. So therefore, you can seek health, go to the health center, seek assistance, whatever it is, using your health card here on campus and more or less off the campus as well. Of course, it covers other administrative costs, other administrative fees, so therefore your journey through can be fulfilled. Residence naturally is only charged if you're on a hall, and if you're on a Mona-operated hall. So, if you're on a hall, for example, Taylor Hall, I'm seeing Taylor, I'm seeing Preston, I'm seeing Towers, for example. These are, all right, cheer. These are halls that are operated by the Mona campus. So therefore, if you look on your statement of accounts that is available to you online, you will see the charges being imposed as long as you're a resident on a Mona-operated hall. If you're on a 138 student living operation, Irving Hall, all right, Georgia Lane, Leslie Robinson, all right. These halls are operated by 138 student living, and therefore the cost and payment of same, you deal with the business with them directly. So you won't be seeing the charge for that on your statement of accounts that is available to you from Mona, all right? If you need to make payments, pay to them directly so that they get it in a timely manner, as opposed to going through a transfer method that may take a little while. Okay? So the payment for all of these fees that I've quoted is fast approaching, and this is this week, Friday. So if you're going to go ahead and pay everything in its entirety, meaning for the entire year, or you're only paying for everything for semester 1, the deadline to do so is August 29th, that is this week, Friday. However, if you're unable to pay everything or to meet the deadline for the 29th, then it's strongly encouraged that you get yourself on the installment plan, and I will be giving you some instructions as to how you qualify for the installment plan in a bit, okay? So how do you find the fees? I've told you what your financial obligations are to the institution, but how do you find them? So from any search engine, you can go ahead and type UE check fees. It is usually the first link that is populated, and it will take you to an interface that looks like this. So depending on the information that you're looking for will ultimately be determined by the link that you select, all right? So if you want to see what your tuition cost is, or your miscellaneous or residence, all of that information is published for your access. But we've also made it very convenient for you as well. So after you go ahead and you check and you see what the costs are, you can go ahead and make payments by clicking on that little red button that says pay tuition and fees. I will show you how you go about registering your card in a bit, but let's go through with the other matters. So as mentioned before, the miscellaneous fee is a mandatory fee once you're a registered student here at the institution. Now, it can be one of two things, and that is determined on whether or not you are living on a hall, whether it is a MONA-operated hall or a 138. So if you're living on a MONA-operated hall or a 138, the cost that will be applied to your account is $54,000 and change. Now, I know that you're not seeing 54 beside residing on a hall, you're seeing 52, correct? All right. For new students, what we do is we automatically input the $1,350 for the ID card into your miscellaneous value. So it makes it easier for you to go through with that other process, which would be to acquire your ID cards. So once you've paid the full $54,000 and change, which is basically the base rate plus the $1,350, then you can proceed to get your ID card. Now, if for whatever reason, your receipt, does not explicitly give that full value, or by any chance you paid the commitment fee or you paid in parts, whatever the case is, the value that is there does not match the description to say miscellaneous, we can certainly assist you by giving you some form of supporting document to give to the ID room so they can help you with your ID card, all right? For persons who are traveling to school or commuters, the miscellaneous fee that will be applied to your account will be $45,000 and change. The same applies to you, wherein which for the base value, we add in the $1,350, so you can definitely fulfill the cost, or the payment, for the ID card, and then from there we can go forward, all right? So for the payment of fees, we have quite a few authorized entities that are there to do business on the institution's behalf. So the fastest methods would be at the bursary cashier. Even if you're at the WJC campus, you can make payment there, or you can make the payment here at the bursary cashiers that are located in the Kenneth Hall building. Now, payments made at the bursary cashiers or via our e-commerce platform reflects on your account immediately. So once your ID number and everything is correct, the payment will be routed to your account immediately. Now, for our other payment entities, there will be some form of a delay. So, for example, Bill Express, Paymaster, Western Union, Educom, JN, NCB, full-service locations. All of these entities, you can expect a delay of up to 24 hours. If by any chance you've made a payment and you're not seeing where same is applied to your account, then you certainly reach out to us with a copy of the receipt where we can do some investigations to see what is happening and definitely help you to get that money added to your account, okay? Now, we have some instances for regional international students or even some scholarship donors where the mentioned entities just now would not work out for them and they have to do a bank transfer, or they have to do a wire transfer. Now, this is our last resort, and this is only if it is entirely necessary. Now, the reason for that is because it takes the longest to be processed, and it's highly manual. I want to take a break to just inform you guys that fraud is a real thing. Be mindful of who you're giving your money to make payment to the institution. Be mindful of how you go about making your payments. Do not engage in any fraudulent activity and give that payment to the institution, because once it is discovered, then there are penalties that will be taken out. Can't say me never warn everybody, right? All right. Okay, so for the e-commerce platform, you simply go onto the website. So from any search engine, you can type UE e-commerce, and you click on the link that is populated. You will need to register, so you need to have an account there, or you need to log in if you already have your account, and then you go ahead and register the card and make the payment. So you create the account or you log in, then you go ahead and register the card. There's a manual available on this platform as well. It outlines the step-by-step processes on how you go about registering a card to make a payment. Now, when you're registering the card, be mindful of the information that you input. So if this is a US card, ensure that the currency that you're selecting is US. You understand? If it is a MasterCard, don't select Visa. Stuff like that. So try to make sure that the information that you enter is as clear and accurate as possible to avoid for any decline or, unsuccessful payments. Now, if you're following the instructions to the T, and it will also tell you the currencies that this particular platform accepts. So if you're following the instructions to the T and you're still having issues, then you can reach out to the Mona Information Technology Services, aka MITS, and they can offer you with the guidance, the assistance to get your card registered, help you to troubleshoot. And if it is past their level, then they will tell you, all right, maybe you need to reach out to the bank, but they will give you the assistance that you need there. All right? So just some further information on the wire transfers. As mentioned before, it is the last resort, all right? If you have no other options. If you have an exam tomorrow morning, don't do the wire transfer if you don't have any other choice, all right? So you will have to reach out to SAS so we can give you the correct information. Correct information in the sense that depending on the nature of your transaction will determine the banking information that we provide you with. So you reach out to us, we give you the applicable instructions, and then you go ahead and you fulfill your payment. When you're making the payment, in the description box, ensure that you put your ID number because that helps us to identify the payment faster. And also try to put what the payment is for. So if you're putting the payment for tuition, you're right to put in to say your ID number is 1234 blah, 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 tuition. All right, so it is easily identified and we know how to apply same to your account. But after you've made the payment, still send us a copy of the receipt because that will help us to expedite the processing of your payment and help the payment to go on your account a little bit faster, okay? Okay, so for the persons who are making payments but they can't pay everything all at once, then we encourage that you go on the installment plans, whether it is for tuition or residence. To qualify for the tuition installment plan, you definitely need to be registered. Remember earlier I said that in order to be billed for tuition, you ought to be registered. Now, having courses pending override, maybe you don't know what that term means yet, but maybe there are some courses that when you try to select it for whatever reason, you can't just add it. There's something wrong or you need to reach out to somebody and you had to submit a request to get an approval to add it. That's what they call an override. Now, if you had to do that and you're not seeing the course being added to your timetable, then that means you're not registered for the course. What that also means is that we are not billing you for that course. So if you know that you have overrides pending, please sort that out before you come and register for the installment plan. So if you have 4 courses and 1 is pending override, or if you have 3 courses and 1 is pending override, sort out all of that before so the full fee, everything that is applicable to you can be added on. Now I say this to say, anything that is added on afterwards, you just go ahead and you pay it and then you get back on to the schedule of the plan. The plan will not automatically be adjusted because you did not do what you needed to do. Is that clear? Didn't seem like it clear. All right. Again, the tuition that is applied to your account is generated by your registration. Following me? For some courses, for some programs, what will happen when you add one course, it put on the first set of fees. And you add the second course, it put on the second amount of fees. But if you know you have a third course to add, for example, and your override is not yet approved, we're still not billing you for that third one, you know. So what you went ahead and did, because you know you have two, you had two there, you say, all right, let me just go put in the installment plan request. Now, when the bursary peruse that now, we see the cost that is there, and having known that we said that this is a requirement and we're hoping that persons are using that information with understanding, we go ahead and we approve the plan for the two courses that you have. Later on, the third course is added. What happens now? The tuition value changes. It is increased. So that agreement, that document that we would have given to you, that standard document to say that, hey, this is the amount outstanding, this is the amount you need to pay, that now is null and void because then you went ahead and you added more things. Now imagine if everybody in this room did that same blunder. The little office over by SAS has to remove everybody's thing and add it on? No. So ensure that the registration is settled so that the appropriate billing can be added to your account, and we do everything one time. The miscellaneous fees, that compulsory fee, there's no going around it. So it needs to be paid upfront. And also, a 25% of the tuition that is billed to you has to be paid upfront. Note as well that if you made a payment, a partial payment before, and then you still went ahead and you added a registration and the value of the tuition changes, that also means that the deposit needs to be changed. So no, you've made a deposit of a certain amount because you had two courses. No, you added a third or a fourth. The value of the tuition changes, so of course the value that you made the payment of is null and void. Okay, so you will be contacted to say you need to make more payment. For persons who needs an installment plan for residents, for the Mona operated halls, miscellaneous fees, it is a must again, and of course 25% of your residence fee for the semester is needed upfront. For the residence plan, you can get up to 4 months, so between September to December to fulfill the requirements in terms of the payments. However, for tuition, you get up to 3 months, so it ends in November, so that means by the time finals come around, you're financially cleared to go into your final exams. If you require the installment plan to go through your tertiary level education, no problem. This is something that you have to request on a semester basis. So therefore, if you need it for semester 2, the same criteria will apply. You definitely go onto the portal when it is ready, and then you can get onto the plan or get your request in. So the deadline to get your installment plan request in would be September 12th. So therefore, you have quite a little bit of time to sort out the registration and get the request in. Now, we do have a high volume coming in, so if you have the request in and maybe like 3 days has passed, 3 to 5 days has passed, no worries. As long as the request is in, we will get to it at the soonest, and we're trying to prioritize that as well, okay? Oh. All right, so I've stated your financial obligations, but I'd like to inform you of the different penalties as well that are enforceable by the institution. So first of all, we've made the deadlines clear, we've made the financial obligations clear, and we've made the financing options that are available through SAS clear. For persons who are getting assistance through scholarships, we understand that sometimes the payment of same is a bit delayed, it's out of your control, but if you don't communicate with the institution, we don't know what is happening. Essentially though, if you have a balance outstanding after the stipulated deadline and you're not on an installment plan, then the first penalty that will be applied to your account is a late fine. So right throughout, if you have any money outstanding and payment date has come, you have not made the payment, what will happen is that we will add the 1% late fine to the balance. So it is calculated, added at the end of each month until the balance is cleared. Another penalty is that a financial hold is imposed. So certain administrative things you can't do. You can't request a transcript. You can't see your unofficial transcript. Certain services you're restricted from. And the biggest one of all, you cannot access any exam location with money outstanding and without having a formal payment structure in place. Now, for the highly delinquent accounts, meaning a certain amount of time has passed and we've made efforts to reach out to you to remind you and still no change in the balance, then regrettably we'll have to send your account to the collection agency. Another point is that we report to the credit bureau. So we need to ensure that we will send over good information, right? Everybody wants to have a very high credit score at the end of the day. So whether your information is good or bad, the institution communicates same to the credit bureau. Now, in wrapping up, there is a platform that you can use to access some of these services that I've mentioned. So if you need the installment plan, you go on to BOSS. If you need a tuition letter, you go on to BOSS. Want to see your unofficial statement of accounts? Yeah, man, it's available to you on BOSS. So quite a few of the services that are offered through SAS, you can also access these on the website. It is the Bursary Online Student System, aka BOSS. So from any search engine, when you type that in, you click on the link, or you go to UE Online Systems, you click on the link there. The same credentials that you use for VLE and to register for classes, that is the same credentials that you use on this particular platform. All right? Now, in wrapping up for real this time. For real. So I'm thinking we have parents and guardians in the house with us today, right? Okay. Well, we welcome you. All right? Awesome. Students, I know sometimes you're accustomed to mommy and daddy or a guardian doing business for you. But I want to let you know that in the eyes of the institution, you're a legal client. Yeah? I'm not like on the quiet for the party. All right, so protecting your data is very important. So even if the person stands in front of me and say, hey, I am John Brown, I'm Kimberly's father, I have no proof of that because you did not tell SAS that. So on the Bursary Online Student System, there is a form there that is called proxy authorization. So even if you're not coming to us, but you're sending someone to represent you, then you need to enable the proxy authorization so that we can assist this person accordingly. Now, with the institution, don't want no lawsuit. Yeah? So we don't want to give John Brown the information and then Kimberly come and say, then who did tell you and give John Brown my details? No, we don't want to go into the courtroom, okay? So enable the proxy authorization. And I'm sorry, mommy and daddy and guardians, if you come and it's not there, we still can't help you, okay? All right. Now, if you have any further questions, you can definitely contact us. We're available Mondays to Fridays, 8:30 to 4:30. For now, we have extended hours up until 6 so that we can definitely address any concerns you have. So we're making ourselves available in this busy period, all right? During that time, you can reach out to us at 876-280-8238. That is our WhatsApp line. You can chat with us. Or you can call us at 876-618-6490. Send us an email, whatever the case is. But you can also, throughout the business time, live chat with us through the Bursary Online Student System, and we can basically address any concerns you have there. Okay? So, it wasn't that frightening after all, was it? All right. Well, I'm getting mixed reactions, and I just want to tell you once again, thank you so much for choosing UE. And remember, SAS is here to address any financial concerns that you may have. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions for the money lady? Well, there are contact details. I hope you are all taking notes. I'm sitting beside a first. There's a question. Yes, I'm sitting beside a first-year student who, give us your name.
Oh, good morning, everyone. My name is Samantha Smith Samuels. What program is it? Language Education, Literacy Studies.
There you go. Taking notes, Professor Ru. Taking notes. Pen and paper. Enduring technology. Question? Go. Well, just project. It's for our money lady? Yes, go right ahead.
So the question I have, it has to do with the information you shared in terms of the credit bureau. So you said that for delinquent accounts, the information is shared with the credit bureau. Is this only for highly delinquent accounts or delinquent?
All right, so what I had mentioned, thank you so much. So he's asking about the credit bureau aspect. So what I mentioned is that highly delinquent accounts, matter of fact, whether you're delinquent, highly lower or whatever, once you have money outstanding to the institution, you are delinquent. Now, if an extended period of time has passed and our efforts to get the funds in from you have been futile, then we will send that to collection agencies. Outside of the collection agencies, all accounts, whether good, bad standing, whatever it is reported to the credit bureau. So two different things happening at the same time. Go ahead. Sure. Don't make the deadline pass. All right, so so we won't just get up after 90 days and send it to a collection agency. But I feel like many if you advertise the part, they still say, yeah, man, I have some time to do that, right? No? We can have, no. But general information is there are different levels to being delinquent. So in the financial space, you have 90 days, you have 60 days, you have 90 days, you have a year, and so forth. But there comes a point when efforts, we have to nip it and send it over to the big boss. All right?
Okay, one last question.
And the interest? Yeah, man. Even during that time, the late fines are accumulating. Yeah, man. Okay, thank you. So, no, if you have not yet paid the commitment fee, I just encourage you to just pay the miscellaneous fee. So once you pay the miscellaneous fee, you would have already covered the commitment fee and also your miscellaneous fees. If you have already paid the commitment fee, just pay the difference to fulfill the financial obligation of the missed fees. All right? So if you have any further questions, contact the office. We have a booth in the registration hub. We're on the platform in the assembly hall. So we are out in the spaces and we are available. So just reach out to us if you have any further questions, all right? Okay, that's it. Bye.
Thank you, Ms. Henry. Career planning and development. And as career planning and development, as we prepare for that presentation, is career planning here? Development? Yes. You may go to the stage. We're ready for you. And as we prepare to hear about career planning, is there anybody here who feels motivated this morning, a first year, to give a 30-second inspiring message to your fellow first years as you start this journey? Anybody motivated? 30 seconds. Short and sweet to inspire. I won't tell you there's a $5,000 book voucher redeemable at the bookstore waiting. I just want you to be motivated. Nobody? All right. After career planning and development, I hope the inspiration hits.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Let's do that again. Good morning, everyone. Awesome. So my name is Ms. Clement Henry. I am from the Office of Placement and Career Services. Our office is here to assist you with your career development and job placement needs. We have a number of programs and services that are designed to assist you with the transition from high school into the university space and also from the university space into the world of work. We offer programs such as individual career counseling. So if you have chosen a major and you are not sure of the job prospects for that major, you can book an appointment with the career counselor and you can have a session. If you are having problems choosing a major, you can also book a session with the career counselor and our career counselor will assist you. We also offer self-assessment. Has anyone ever done self-assessment before? You can raise your hands. Okay, just a few persons. So we have an in-house self-assessment tool that we call SIGI 3. This tool helps you to align your skills, your values, and your personalities to match your career choice. We also host different seminars throughout the course of the academic year to assist you with identifying your job target, to assist you in writing resumes and cover letters, to assist you with interview preparation, to assist you with building your LinkedIn profile, building your online professional images. And we also offer sessions as well to help you with additional certifications that you may choose to do as you proceed with throughout the course of your degree. We also have a program that is called Shadow Me, where you are placed in an organization for a period of 2 to 3 days to shadow someone whose career path is similar to yours. Through this program, you get to confirm your major, because just by seeing what they do on a day-to-day basis, you can say, okay, this is what I really want to do, or you can say, okay, I don't want to do this. We also host career fairs, job fairs throughout the course of the semester, where we invite public and private sector organizations to come in and showcase their organizations. We host sessions such as What Can I Do With My Major, where we invite industry professionals from the different faculties to come in and have conversations with our students regarding different job prospects for the major, salaries, skill sets that are required, etc. For job placement, we offer part-time employment and summer internships. This is accessible via our website. So you go to our website, Placement and Career Services, you complete the online application form. Once you have done that, you email us a copy of your resume, we add you to our database and refer your resume to the job vacancies that we receive. We also facilitate the overseas work and travel program. So if you're interested in working overseas throughout the summer period, you can visit our office. We have a listing of all the agencies that are registered with the Ministry of Labor, and we can provide with additional information that you may need. We also facilitate the JAMVAT program. I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with JAMVAT. It is a program that is run by the Ministry of Education, where you do a total of 200 volunteer hours and they pay a third of your tuition. So we assist you in finding placement to complete those 200 volunteer hours. In a nutshell, that's what we do at the Office of Placement and Career Services, and we look forward to engaging with you throughout the course of the academic year. We are located right behind this building, upstairs Graduate Studies and Research. You can also follow us on Instagram at UE_placement for updates regarding our programs and our services. Before I go, are there any questions? All right, so the agencies, they have different deadlines, so I can't give you a specific deadline, but normally they would stop taking applicants around December or January. Any other questions? Okay, so JAMVAT is a program that is run by the Ministry of Education, where you complete a total of 200 volunteer hours and they pay a third of your tuition. All right, so the applications normally open in April and they close around May. Yes. Any other questions? If you can participate as a part-time student, yes, our programs are for both full-time and part-time students. It depends. Most times organizations, they don't send us the salaries, but if they do and our students ask, we share that information. Any other questions? All right, so for Jamva, you can choose to complete your hours. So for example, if you get your acceptance before the school year begins, meaning throughout the summer period, you can complete it throughout the summer. However, if not, then you would have to complete it whilst you are attending school. Any other questions? Yeah, around that time. In that time period. Right. Any other questions? Alright, so at the end of my presentation, as I mentioned, we are located right behind this building. You can visit us if you have any further questions regarding our programs or our services.
Thank you, Ms. Henry. Now, as I said before, there is a $5,000 voucher redeemable at the university bookstore. For the first person to come down here, take the stage, and for 30 seconds, motivate and inspire your fellow first years.
Hi, good morning, freshmen. My name is Shauna K. Douglas. My last school was the Clarendon College. And this morning, I just want to encourage you all to do your best in your programs that you are endeavoring into. As a senior once told me that being excellent is not being the best at something, it's actually doing your best. So I want to inspire you and encourage you to be excellent in whatever you do and put God first. My program is language education, English.
Language ed running things this morning. Thank you. Now, go over to Miss Susheta Stevenson. Give her your name, contact details, because, yes, my girl. The library services, right? Ah, you're there. Wonderful. The library people, library, important core engine heart of your university experience. We have other giveaways, so those of you get motivated and creative.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your first year. Welcome to the Faculty of Humanities and Education. It is so nostalgic. I actually spent so many hours in this very room, and here I am. So thank you for the time this morning to really share the services and opportunities that are available through your Mona Library. I am Bernadette Worrell Johnson, librarian in the West Indies and Special Collections, but I am also your Faculty of Humanities and Education Library representative. So please feel free to reach out as your research develops and as I can be of assistance to you. So as you embark on your academic journey from this presentation, you will be shown how you can discover, learn, and also succeed. You will get an overview of the Mona Library and its network, resources that are available to support your academic journey. These resources are not only physical, they're also accessible online or virtual, and our services that are available and the different facilities that are in place to assist you on your journey. So I had mentioned that the Mona Library, it's a network of 5 different branches. So you are able to utilize any of these locations depending on your discipline. So whether you're in the Faculty of Social Sciences or the Faculty of Law, Medicine, you are able to utilize the services and the libraries as based on your disciplines. For persons within the Faculty of Humanities and Education, it will largely be the main library which is available on this campus.
The other branches include our Science and Engineering Branch Library. There is a Law Branch Library located within the Faculty of Law, Medical Branch Library, which is physically located on the grounds of the University Hospital, so it's not on the physical Mona campus, but it is still within the library network, as well as our Western Jamaica Campus Library, which also covers a wide range of disciplines. So the library is committed through its resources, through its professional cohort, to give you the skills that will best help you to navigate your first year. And these skills will be so ingrained that they're able to just push you further throughout the course of your study. So you should also remember, or you should be so informed, that throughout your first few months here on the campus, you will get deeper opportunities to utilize the facilities in place from the Mona Library through what are called foundation courses. So your dean had mentioned these courses earlier. Within the syllabus of the programs, you will be given several opportunities through sessions called information literacy sessions, where you're taught how to utilize all the resources that the Mona Library has in store for you. So you'll be duly informed through your coordinators, if you also follow the Mona Library's social media pages, that when these courses will be coming on stream. They'll be a mix of in-person or virtual courses. For the purpose of this presentation, and since you're in the Faculty of Humanities and Education, you'll largely utilize the main library. So there, physically, you've got access to the computer labs, services such as for events through our multifunctional room, or West Indies and special collections, where you largely find primary resources, things to set your research apart. Also our reprographic services, or our photocopying or digitizing services through RISU or at the main library as well. Also, you will be told that the library has our overnight reading room facilities. So after the physical library is closed, where the staff are able to assist you, you're able to utilize these rooms, which go up to 6 a.m. from closing of the library, so you can continue with your studies. There are a number of resources and a number of services that you can utilize from Mona Library. Please ensure that for access and for borrowing, or for borrowing material, or for using our labs, or for accessing lockers and so on, that you wear your student ID visibly displayed. You will be asked for this to access the space. You'll be asked for this to borrow material. So please ensure that you have your UAID on you at all times. Your credentials that you would have received for SAS are the same credentials that you will also utilize for some of the other services here at within the Mona Library network. When you begin the information literacy courses that teach you about the resources for the Mona Library, you will be shown this platform called UWILink. It's basically your one-stop location to then branch off to the varying areas that you'll need to access resources. So whether you want to access databases, books, or other material that are physically within the Mona Library, you utilize UWILink to take you from the different areas. So as you dive into these sessions, you will learn that it's not as it's quite similar to the regular interface. It's just that you have this assurance that you are being fed with information that is more adept and more resilient than what you would find outside in general Google. Peer-reviewed material that your lecturers here at the university and their colleagues in other institutions have honed and have written about, to push you with your research, taking it from the levels that you're transitioning from high school or from other institutions to this area, your academic tertiary education, to really set your papers apart. All right? So some of the resources that are available through the Mona Library, as I'd said, virtual resources, electronic resources that you can access anywhere, anytime. You'll get more insight as you begin the sessions, but just so you know, you've got access to e-resources, including e-books, all the databases, other research theses, and those in-depth studies that you can access through the library network. So it's quite a comprehensive collection. All subject areas are covered that are taught here at the Mona campus, and you're able to not only view in the space, you can download and utilize as necessary. The services of the Mona Library, you'd be happy to know, not only are not limited to the academic resources, but we've recognized and have been supported through partnerships that there's a need for device loans. So the Mona Library facilitates laptops and tablet loans, and you can utilize this service through your department. You would have expressed to them the need for that sort of support, and communication would be sent to the Mona Library, and you'd be facilitated with a laptop or tablets as are available. The other services include interlibrary loans, so you may have recognized a material that's not physically within the Mona Library system. You're able to utilize that facility through the Mona librarians. Information literacy sessions, as I said, gearing you up for your studies. Research assistance, we support your research papers when you're at the stage of doing your thesis as well, but you can get support on citation guidance, which is critical. Basically, you could be penalized if you do not properly cite your sources. The Mona Library does this support service along with other things. As I had mentioned, there are our computer labs, reprographic services. We have printing within the space that you can do your e-top-up for printing services or physically do your payments within the Mona Library network. So we're accessible 24/7. Some of that is virtual assistance. You can reach out to the Mona Library through WhatsApp, regular telephone calls, social media, emails, or in person. So please note those. And if everyone is able, please follow our social media pages at UE Mona Library for your support services. So just so you know, for until October 21, the Mona Library will be operating from 8:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. However, as we dive into the examination period, we will be extending those hours to 10 p.m. The other facilities still remain, our overnight reading room, our virtual reference services, and we just wish you really successful 2025-2026. The key to this success includes your utilization of the resources for the Mona Library, and this will be the catalyst that sets you apart from your peers. Thank you.
Thank you, Sis Royal Johnson. The key to your success, the library. The library. Anybody ready to motivate your fellow first years? 30 seconds. This time we want to hear it in French or Spanish. Or sign language. See it in sign language. $5,000 redeemable at the UA bookstore. 30 seconds to motivate in another tongue. French, Spanish, sign language, Japanese. Yes. Motivation. Just tell us your name, your program.
Buenas tardes. My name is Demar Washington from the Glenmere High School. I'll be delving into linguistics, so I'm just here to motivate you in Spanish. el mundo es tuyo. Todas las oportunidades es para ti y para ustedes. Logra todo que puedas. Universidad es el lugar para lograr todo. Es lo que necesitas para tener lo que quieres en tu vida. Este es el momento, la oportunidad y el ahora. Gracias.
Your place to shine. Give your name and contact details to Ms. Stevenson. Hello, take it by faith. I understand you people. Huh? No. Listen. This is what you call boldness. The introduction to the academic literacy courses. They are up, ready to go.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Faculty of the Humanities and Education and to the Department of Language, Linguistics, and Philosophy. I am Tracy Ann Beckford.
Good morning, I'm Tarika Brown.
And today we'll be talking to you briefly about the academic literacies courses in which we expect to see most, if not all of you. We're reminded by Aristotle that we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. And we will be cultivating that in the academic literacies courses.
All right, so a key thing to note is that we encourage you to do this course in your first year. This course is meant to set the skills, the habits for forming excellence as you go throughout all of your courses at the university. So developing those critical thinking skills, critical reading skills, which you then transfer to writing is important. So you can therefore understand why it's needed to do this as soon as possible in your university journey.
So what that means is you should be registered already for Fountain 16, which you'll be pursuing in semester 1, September, next week. So that's critical reading and expository writing in the humanities and education. It will give you 3 credits, and it is required for all students in the humanities and in education. All right, and I know some people are saying that's me. So please own it. It's your course. It's for 1 semester, 3 credits. If you are not yet registered, it should happen this week.
All right, and then in semester 2, for all humanities students, you'll be required to do Fountain 02, which is language argument. So this is required for all the humanities students. The law students will also do this course, and we're also offering it as a free elective. So if you have a friend in the social sciences, Sci-Tech, Med-Sci, you can also encourage them to do it with you in semester 2.
All right. Our courses are amazing. I see some past students in the room. Can I get amen from some past students? Amen. Now it's a little low because it's not many past students, but it will get louder as you move about the campus. All right, so just a little insight into what we do. So you'll notice this cartoon that's touching on some issues that may be of concern to most, if not all of us. Some people want light, some people want water. In Fountain 16, you'll get the opportunity to look at the impact, for example, of the government meeting your needs. All right, so already you're thinking, oh, they're going to talk about real issues. Yes, we are. While in language argument,
right, so in language argument, of course, we're looking at controversies, the mix-up academically. And for example, a topic that would come out of language argument using this as a prompt would be like whether or not it's the responsibility of the central government to provide communities with basic services. So in this case, you'll be, providing a claim, arguing for that claim, looking at the different sides of this issue. But of course, you're doing it with academic guidance. How do you avoid fallacious reasoning, for example, in developing your arguments? How do you find the proper research, credible, reliable research, which you'll go to the library for, to help develop your claims and argue appropriately?
All right, so what do you do now? We have some prerequisites that you must have for doing the academic literacy courses. So you would have done your English language. You did very well, and that's why you are here. Congratulations again. If you attained grade 1 in CSEC English language, it means that you are ready to just jump in. You may register for Fountain 16. Or if you have a grade A in GCE English language, or level 1 or 2 in Cape Communication Studies, you may register. If you are not from the region or you did an examination different from these on screen, you may also qualify to jump in. So you may talk to one of us. You may also visit our website, the ELPT website, where you will see the requirements and exemptions.
All right, so what do you do if you didn't meet any of those prior requirements? We have what we call the English Language Proficiency Test, often called ELPT. So you need to do that test and obtain a grade 1, and then you can go into doing Fountain 16 this semester. However, if you get a grade 2 in that English Language Proficiency Test, you have the opportunity to do Fountain 19. Please note, however, Fountain 19 is a year-long course. So you'll be doing this course in semester 1 and semester 2, all right?
Now, if you don't have the ELPT, you did not do the test that was offered in August or in April, note that you have an opportunity coming up on Friday, the 5th of September. That is next week, Friday, all right? However, some of us may have grade 2 in CSEC English A. You are required to do the test if you haven't yet done it. Or if you have level 3, 4, or 5 in Cape Communication Studies, you are required to do the English language proficiency test so that we can work out the appropriate placement in our academic literacies courses. So you may go ahead and register for this test coming up next week, Friday. If you have a grade 3 in CSEC English A, or you're a non-native speaker of English, you are not required to do the ELPT. You may go ahead and register for Fountain 19. All right, if you have a grade 3 in CSEC English A, or you're a non-native speaker. Or you may opt to sit the ELPT. You have options. You may choose.
All right, and just to reiterate, so remember, if you are required to do Fountain 16 as a humanities and education student. When you come, if you are not doing 1016, you'll be doing Fountain 19. So if you're in education, that would complete the requirements for all your academic literacies foundation courses. However, for students of the humanities, please note that Fountain 19 is 1 year, as we said before. And remember, you would still need to be doing Fountain 02. So for the humanities students, it would therefore mean that you're looking at doing, if you're doing 1019, you're now looking at doing Fountain 02 either in the summer or the next academic year, semester 2. All right, so bear that in mind.
All right, so classes begin next week, Monday. So we're ready for you. We expect you to turn up. Register, please, for your lecture and your seminar, 3 hours per week. You must register for these 2 options. But for Fountain 19, you will register for a lab and a seminar. We do offer academic advising throughout this week where you will get further guidance.
The English language section also offers you the opportunity to get support from the Writing Center. The building is in this faculty on your way to NCB. So what do we do in the Writing Center? We help you to improve your writing through providing coaching from experts in the field of writing. So you can go there and you will get help. Now, assistance will be offered starting Monday, the 15th of September, but you need to register before that date. So this week into next week, you can pass by and get registered. Now, note that there is a requirement of $500. That's the fee, Jamaican dollars, 500. So you pay that and it covers an entire semester. And get this, everybody, the first 10 students who register go in absolutely free for the semester. You can access help. So again, we want to welcome you officially to the Humanities and Education family. You've made a great choice in joining the UWI community. If you have further questions, as was mentioned earlier, there are some academic advising sessions that will run throughout this week. So you may have individual questions that were not addressed here, or if you want to clarify, please attend one of these sessions for academic advising. There will also be the departmental sessions this afternoon, so you can stop by to get clarification if needed. All right, so in the interest of time, we won't take the questions now, but please stop by to see us if you have those. All right, thank you. And please note, that the Writing Center will be offering further guidance outside. There is a pop-up Writing Center booth out there. Please stop by on your way out. Make excellence your habit. Have a wonderful year.
Thank you. Academic support. Okay, please.
Just to add to what, good morning everyone. Just to add to what Dr. Beckford and Ms. Brown said regarding the test on Friday, the deadline for registration for the Friday test is this Monday, the 1st of September.
Thank you. The Academic Support Unit.
No, we're ready. Okay. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the University of the West Indies, Mona campus, but most importantly, welcome to the Faculty of Humanities and Education. So, my name is Miss Ariel Ford. I am the graduate intern over in the Academic Support Unit. Today, I have with me Mr. Tahir Edwards. He is our Engagement and Outreach Officer in the unit. Today, I will be presenting to you the services that we offer at the Academic Support Unit. But before I get into that, I have a little message from our program manager. You're not hearing anything. Can you? So you're not hearing, so you just have to read. Because I don't know why you're not hearing. Okay, so as you read on the screen, she was just bringing you guys greetings and telling you about the services, but I will go more in depth on our services. So at the Academic Support Unit, we offer one-on-one and group tutoring, as well as appreciative advising, and we do have group workshops that are also tailored to help you with study skills, time management, exam strategies, as well as other stuff that we pair with our workbooks. So just to go in depth on the services for our one-on-one and group tutoring, we have one-on-one tutoring that we offer throughout the semester, and this usually starts the 3rd or 4th week after school have started. So that will be around the middle to the end of September. We do it this late just so you guys could, go to your classes, at least 4 or 5 classes, and also attend your tutorials, just so you could get an understanding of exactly what is happening in these courses, as well as to see if this may be a course that you may be having problems with. Now, once we do have a tutor available, we will pair you with a tutor for you to get help. It is very important to note that this tutoring session does not replace you going to your lectures and your tutorials. You still have to attend those. It's in addition to going to class. Please make note of that. We also have our post-mid-semester sessions. This usually happens after mid-semesters. So you done your mid-semesters, you see that you didn't perform as well as you wanted to, you can come to us, and once we have a tutor available to you, we will pair you with that tutor and you can get some help. We also have final exam review sessions that happen at the end of every semester. So it usually takes place 3 to 4 weeks during the exam period, just to give you guys a little refresher on what is happening in the courses. These services are free, so once we have the tutors available, you can come to us and we'll pair you up and you get help. We also have our appreciative advising. So this is a student-centered approach that encourages students to assess their academic standing by focusing on their strengths instead of their weaknesses. So if you're feeling stuck or overwhelmed, if you're feeling like you're falling behind, or if you just need help managing school and life, because this is a new environment. A lot of you guys are coming fresh out of high school, Form 6 you guys call it. You guys, it's a different environment for you, so you may have a little bit of trouble, settling in and adjusting to the environment. If that's the case, you can come to us and we can help you. These sessions are usually 45 minutes long. They can be ongoing if we see it's a case where, you may need additional help. They are also available online or in person. So if you're a commuter, you don't necessarily live on campus, and you have to go home early, you can always facilitate you online. We also have our workshops. So we have several workshops, but these are are our three main workshops. We have study skills, exam strategies, as well as time management. As it relates to study skills, we try to help you get an understanding of what your learning style is, the best study strategies for you based on your learning style, as well as best tips for studying and how to maximize your study environment. As it relates to exam strategies, we look at what you should do before your exams as well as after your exams, because a lot of times you do your exams, you're finished, but you go outside and then you hear your classmates talking, and then you get a panic attack because somebody said the answer is B and you had A. So now you're like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? But you can't do anything, the exam is finished. So we also help just, tell you what to do after you do your exams. We also help with exam anxiety, because you may be in the exam, you know your stuff, but you totally blank out. We also have workshops to help with that. And then time management. So in our time management workshop, we go through things such as what exactly is time management, the benefits of time management, the enemies of time management, and why time management is important. As I said earlier, along with these workshops, we have workbooks that we pair them with. So after you left the workshop, you also have, whether it's physical or online, a little packet that you can go through with some additional information in it. So now, we're going to do a little activity very quick. So I'm going to ask all of the students to just put your head down, and we're going to do a little activity. It's called Guess How Long a Minute Is. So we're going to have a timer, and I want you guys, once I say start, you're going to see if you can guess how long a minute is. Yeah, so, because of the result here, you can't see all that. Yeah, so once you think a minute has passed, you put your hands in the, yay, you put your hands in the air and just hold them there. Okay, good. Ready? Heads down, so no cheating, guys, please. Heads down, heads down. And remember, once you think a minute has passed, you put your hands high so we can see. Ready, set, go. Okay, so interestingly, a lot of you guys put your hands up before the minute. A lot of you guys put it at the half an hour, 45-minute mark. But this young lady in the back with the camera. Yes, sorry, Lord. Seconds, right, my bad. This young lady with the camera, raise your hand. Yes, she got it exactly on 1 minute. So let's give her a round of applause. Okay, so some of us thought a minute had passed way faster or slower than it really did. This shows how perception of time can differ from reality, and that's exactly why time management is so important. So what exactly is time management? Time management is just simply the ability to use one's time effectively or efficiently. So some benefits of good time management are freedom. So you manage your time properly. You have things to do. You have time to do things you want to do. So whether that's watching TV, hanging out with your friends, playing games, you also achieve your goals. So good time management, you set certain goals down, you plan your time correctly, you actually get to achieve those goals, as well as it decreases stress levels. Because Once you have bad time management, trust me, you are going to be very stressed because you have a million things piling up and in your head, you don't have time to do any of them. Enemies of time management are distractions. So whether that be your friends, games, even family members can be distractions. You also procrastination. So you know you have something to do, but you're like, I could do that at another time. I could do that tomorrow. I could do that in the next 10 minutes. 20 minutes pass, you still haven't started. As well as an inaccurate sense of time. So as I said, a lot of you put your hands up before the 1 minute time pass, and a lot of you put your hands after the 1 minute time pass. So this is just a snippet into how one of our time management sessions or workshops can look like. We go deeper into, the benefits of time management, the enemies of time management, tips to help you manage your time better. So if you guys want to come to one of our workshops, we usually have workshops with the faculty as well as on the hall level and with our commuters, because we can't forget the commuters. So if you guys are interested, you can follow us on Instagram at UE Academic Support Unit. You can also email us or call us, and here is our extension, or you can come in and visit us at the Academic Support Unit, and we're located in the Office of Student Services and Development, which is right across from the Visitors Lodge, where you guys will be having Freshers Cocktail on Sunday. So do we have any questions? No? We also have our pamphlets that we're going to pass out with all of our information inside. So if you want a pamphlet, you can just raise your hand, and Mr. Edwards will pass them out. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Hang in there, folks. We're moving on to the overview of the course experience review. You do get to review your experience at the end of the semester in your courses. So, Mr. Michael Card.
Good afternoon, everybody. All right, I'm told that I have 2 minutes to tell you about the course experience review. All right, so as you know, when you leave UE, you will have a lot of marks, a lot of grades. At the end of each semester, lecturers are grading you. Now, this is your opportunity to grade the lecturer. Right? So, okay, you're not really grading the lecturer, but this is your opportunity to give the university a feedback, right? And this is called a course experience review. Right? So the course experience review is the main exercise that is used to collect feedback from students at the university on your courses and your lectures. And, of course, your department will have other methods of collecting information, to help. But the course experience review is the one that comes every semester, and it is the one where feedback is gathered for the university, for management, and for different purposes. The exercise usually starts the 8th or 9th week of the semester, and for semester 1 and semester 2, and for summer, it's about the 3rd or 4th week of the summer semester, and it usually ends about exam time. The process, basically we distribute questionnaires at that point via a software called Qualtrics. And from that, you will be able to give your feedback. There's a questionnaire for the course, for each course that you do, and there's also a questionnaire for each lecturer. And that is as long as the lecturer is, the number of lectures that you have for that particular stream is 3 or less. If it is more, we usually just assess the course, just ask you to give feedback on the course, because you can imagine what the issue would be as it relates to, you know, a lot of lecturers to review and all of that. That would probably be tedious. So, and probably you wouldn't remember all the lecturers if you had more than, say, 3 or 4 lecturers for a course. So the questionnaires are, this is just a sample of a part of the questionnaire, and as you see, you're able to do it on your computer, you're able to do it on the phone. So to the right, you'll see the presentation for the phone. So you're able to do it from wherever. You can do it at home, you can do it in class, you can, you know, it's quite convenient where that is concerned. So these are just examples of the question. And then I'll just run through these quickly. These are the actual questions that actually come on it. So there, as I said, for the course section, these are the questions. And for the, and you get to put comments, suggestions. So, you know, you get to be involved in how the university determine improvement. So your information is used to improve courses and to, you know, to get feedback. The lecturers use your feedback. The lecturers will get a report in the end, and the lecturers are able to use those reports to actually make improvement for the next semester, or make improvement, you know, to the course, to the way that they deliver. So basically, you're the customers, and you're saying, you know, after this year, this is what I think. And just to say that, in general, most of our lecturers, 99% of the time, the feedback is good. Our lecturers are usually in the range of over 4. There's a 5-point scale, and most of our lecturers are over 4. So, of course, this is the University of the West Indies. We have the best lecturers, right? All right, so the lecturers in the end get scores on different areas. So your questionnaire, the different questions are grouped to give the lecturer information as it relates to different areas, which there are some dimensions of teaching that would have been researched to say these are, you know, the way that the university would like to grade, to group the feedback from the students. So there's planning, there's alignment, content selection, assessment, learning-centeredness, prior learning, organization of knowledge, self-directed learning, communication, commitment to improve. And we actually give away incentives, right? So for your hard work in giving your feedback, there are incentives, right? So the incentives ranging from a pen, of course you might need a pen sometimes, to UA book vouchers, memorabilia, those that you are seeing there. So what happens is that once you have completed all your course evaluations, you come to our office. It's the Office of Strategic Planning and Enterprise Management. It's at the top floor of the Assembly Hall building. And you spin a wheel, and you will win one of these wonderful prizes. The lecturers, as I mentioned before, the lecturers now will use your results. They can use it to review and to make improvement. And probably the improvement wouldn't affect you because you won't be doing that course the following year. But of course, it's a ripple effect where the year before you, once they give that feedback, the improvement is made for you. So you have to do the same for the one that is coming. As well as, I mean, the lecturer might just be excellent, and so whatever you put, you're saying this is a good lecturer, you know, and the department can use that for information, for awarding lecturers, because we actually have an award done by Center for Excellence in Teaching and Learning. So you reward your lecturer, or you can, I mean, there's no lecture that is going to be perfect right across. But, I mean, you're saying you have a good lecturer, we need to know there are improvements to be made, the university needs to know. The university management use this information for reports and for, different developmental programs for the university. The deans and heads also will use it. So the departments will use that information to make adjustment to the course, to make adjustment to the delivery, to probably work with the lecturer to improve a delivery point, or to say to the lecturer, well, probably something can be done in this area and in that area. And very important, the course experience review is an essential requirement for universities' accreditation. So in other words, if we're not getting information from you, then the university will eventually lose accreditation, and it will mean that your degree won't be worth anything, right? So it is a very important exercise that we have to, you have to try your best to participate when that time comes. So your participation in the end contributes to the quality of your degree. So what we are saying now is just, look out for the course evaluation exercise. Again, it is up in the 8th or 9th week, and some might come later, but just look out for it and make sure that when the time comes, you actually participate. If there are 100 persons in a class and only 10 actually review, then of course that's not enough information, because it could be, the lecturer could get a good score, but it could just be the 10 bright ones. Or the lecturer could get a bad score, but it could be the 10 that probably just don't like the lecturer, and probably the next 90 actually would have given a good score. So the point is, statistics, we have to get enough information in order to make change. Just to leave you with 2 quotes, quality is everyone's responsibility, and so the quality of your degree is your responsibility, and there are many other things that you'll have to do for it, but this is one of it. And the ultimate judge of quality is the customer. So you're our customers. We can't make any changes without you. So if we are not getting any information, we probably say, okay, probably everything is okay, but we are going to need your feedback in the end. All right, thanks. 2 minutes. Dr. Carr.
Mr. Carr, I just want a bit of clarification. The CER is more than a single dimension. It's more than the lecturer. It's also about the content of the course and the methods that are used in the course. And so one of the things I want us to clarify for our new students is that this is not really about whether we like or don't like the lecture, but whether or not the content and the methods used in the course are appropriate for the course itself and for you as an individual. So it's not really just about the lecturer, but there are other dimensions.
Definitely. As a matter of fact, in past years, there was a section that says course and a section that says the lecturer. And if you notice now what we have, I think I probably used the word lecturer, forgive me for that. But what we have is a section that says course and a section that says learning experience. So although it involves the delivery of the lecturer, it's the whole experience that you will come up with. And I will say that over the years, our students, in my view, have been quite objective, or the questions are in such a way that it is quite objective. I mean, we have had students who come and complain about lecturers, and then when you look on the review, it is saying something good, right? So it actually says that students tend to be objective where that is concerned. Right? That's it.
All right, well, we're at that point where you will be taking a little break before you head to your department orientation. But we need some motivation. For the person who can come down here and in the Creole of your choice, Jamaican Creole, French Creole, Or if you can even rap. You people still rap? Can you rap? We need somebody down here. No, 30 seconds. There is, come on. So Shetta, get ready. What? Remove it. Yes. You have saw it here.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Delano Jones, and I'll be pursuing linguistics for a second year. And this motivation to you in Jamaican Patois, which is my first language since birth. Although I was born to speak English, but had to speak Patois out of peer influence. So I will give this to you guys straight. God always there for you. Study, study, pick up your book every time. Yes. Success, not no shortcut. It take hard work and patience. Not take no shortcut. You not take it nowhere. And also, do everything in our God who strengthen you.
Inspiration in the native tongue. Come to yes, so that we can get your contact. Now, quickly, we're going to meet your guild team, and then I'm going to tell you where you'll be going for your department orientation. But the quick now, 10 seconds, Sir Prendergast, 10 seconds. There's a little catch, though, you know, they have to walk across the runway.
All right, good afternoon again, guys. Alexander here. So this is just a part of my committee, the FHEGC, and the subcommittee. So we have Miss Bianca Smith, who is the Modern Language and Literature's representative. We have Miss Sydney Shea Dingwall, who is the Institute of Caribbean Studies representative. We have Gavin Gailey Riley, who is a Modern Language Deputy Representative. We have L'Oreal Brown, who is the Deputy CEAC Chairperson, sorry. We have Tovoya Newman, who is the Executive Assistant. We have Miss Tovia Newman, who is the Student Engagement Chairperson. We have Nistan Douglas, who is the Department of History and Archaeology representative. We have Miss Dejanay Fagan, who is the Academic Affairs Chairperson. And we have Sachelle Thompson, who is the Karamak Subcommittee's photographer. So these are just some of the persons who are on the committee. And if you are not a part of the WhatsApp group or a part of the communication channel, you can reach out to any of these members and be a part of it, okay? All right.
Thank you. Oops. Take time. Do not fall down. Okay. Just remains for me to say again, welcome to the newest members of the Faculty of Humanities and Education. Faculty, welcome. And I trust the members of your different departments, schools will be here to guide you to the next phase of your orientation. Karamak students will be meeting in Annex 2. Karamak, anybody from, right, there is Dr. Prendergast waving. So Karamak, you'll be meeting in Annex 2. History and Archaeology, let me see the History and Archaeology hands. Room N5. Institute of Caribbean Studies, You all taking notes? Institute of Caribbean Studies, room 43. Language, yes, can't miss that one. Language, Linguistics and Philosophy, room N4. Library and Information Studies, the department seminar room, and you all see Dr. Griffin there, he will guide you. Literatures in English, room N2. Modern Languages and Literatures, Lab 1. And I'm sure someone will be outside too, yes? School of Education, rooms SLT 2A. You'll get to know all of these rooms, don't worry, and folks are here to guide you, and SLT 2B, School of Education. United Theological College of the West Indies, rooms 4 and 5 at UTCWI. Again, welcome. Your place to shine, UWI. Good.